Hey sprinters, the Solana conference 2021 is over, and the hot topic was one project that made me really bullish. I did the due diligence, and I will share with you here how I did the due diligence. So the 10 steps checklist that I use whenever somebody says, hey, this is hot, this is going to be 100x, I do my own due diligence to decide if to go in. So I will share the due diligence process, and at the end I will tell you if I invested in it and what are the pros and cons of investing in this project. I'm excited about this project because it solves a real-world problem. The real-world problem is artists creating great work, and this is called rendering, the technique that they need. As you can see here, you need so many gigabytes to create a little piece of art like the pieces that you are seeing right now here. So if you imagine how much RAM you need, they solved the problem. They have created the first, so there is no competition, the first decentralized GPU network. So you don't need the best graphic card. There is graphic card power decentralized, and you tap into it from your device. So on your iPad, you can create what you are seeing right now. These high rendered solutions, you can use them by just having your 64 giga on your iPad or on your iPhone even. And you can create this kind of stuff because you tap into the power of the collective GPU power that is decentralized and accessible to you. They have built this on the Solana infrastructure, and you know that we are bullish about Solana. This is done on the iPad, by the way. And so they have worked with Marvel, they have worked with Disney, with Apple since many years in their centralized company, and they are now going to GitHub. I was on their GitHub. It's nascent. It's just starting out. They are putting it on open source and now decentralizing it and creating the blockchain version of that built on the Solana infrastructure. We are bullish about Solana infrastructure. It's really efficient. If you want to check the difference between MetaMask, Ethereum, get a MetaMask wallet, use the Ethereum wallet, then get the Phantom wallet, which is a Solana wallet, and use that, and you will immediately see the difference in user experience, in costs, which are a fraction, and in speed and in usability. I love the Solana wallet, the Phantom wallet. I'm not paid, I have no interest in shilling it, and yet you will see the difference when you use it. So that's a little bit of information around it. Let's go to our 10-piece checklist right now. I can tell you that in my due diligence, as always, I went into their Discord group. I've hung out with artists because the Render Discord group is where the artists hang out. Then they have a Slack group where the developers hang out. And I have spent time in there now in the last weeks, and I'm bullish. I have seen that the artists love it. I have talked to two friends who were working directly with the founder, who you see here, Jules Urbach. They say he's a genius. So this time I have even better due diligence because I have two friends who know the founder, which I usually don't have with these projects. I don't know the people directly or indirectly like now. And what else did I find that was really important? Let's dive deep into the process. You know our 10 elements checklist, and you know that it is embedded in your overall investment system. Investing is not about hitting once the right buy and then becoming rich. That's not how it works. You have to create a system that works over time, and the system is portfolio construction first, then asset selection, then entry system and exit system. And when you've done that, Then you go into your research system, which we will do together right now. And then every week or every month or every quarter, you rebalance. That's your rebalancing system. Now, we dive deep into the research system. Research system are these items of the checklist. So we want to analyze render today. That's the ticker, RNDR. And this is how we analyze it. Does it solve a real problem? Yes. The problem is GPU shortage worldwide. Think NVIDIA, which is the stock, so the corporation NVIDIA. And this is basically the decentralized version of NVIDIA, so it's the future. And which problem does it really solve? Well, a couple. It does solve the omniverse problem, so Metaverse is what most people say. It's basically the Web3 situation where everything is right here, right now, connected instead of disconnected. And so we call it omniverse because it's really right here, right now. It's not meta somewhere above. It's omni. It's everywhere, right here, connected to everything else. And the size of the problem is huge because GPUs are the scarce resource right now in the world because you need them for every computer, and there is a bottleneck there. So strategic position top. Is it decentralized? Yes. There are not yet a ton of validators on GitHub, but they want to create the decentralized rendering. So it is already decentralized. They did work on a decentralized technology so far, and they will build it on a decentralized blockchain over the next months. Are there network effects? Which means, do they have 2 magnets and not just one? Yes, they have 3 magnets. One magnet 1, the artists who render easily on their iPad even. Magnet 2, the developers, which I was hanging out on in the Slack group. And then Magnet 3, the holders, people like us who buy and keep. Competition risk. Is it hard or easy to copy? What's the number of competitors? There are no competitors. Think NVIDIA, but that's a centralized company, a stock, a corporation, which is not a competition. And in the decentralized space, they are the only one right now. And I don't see anybody easily creating that technology on that level. So inflation risk, I don't know enough. There is no, if you go to DeFi Llama, where I usually check the TVL and the total value locked ratio to the market cap, there is no information yet. It's too early. That's why it's yellow. The asset class, I didn't dive deep into it, but it's definitely yellow. It's definitely not a reserve or something 100% safe. So of course there is a regulatory risk there. Velocity in terms of growth and direction. Well, the current growth rate and the quality of investors, they have many tier 2 investors. They were working with Apple. For me, Apple is it's not an investor, but when you can work with Marvel, with Disney, and with Apple, for me that's green because they are onto something and they are getting validation. The team, has the team delivered before? Did they show that they can deliver? Yes. So first, Jules Urbach, my 2 friends, said both the word genius independently from each other. And then I digged deeper into his work and I liked it. You can do your due diligence starting from Twitter. This is his profile, and this is the company that he ran over the last years with great success. So yes, he has showed that he can deliver, he can execute on the highest level. And this is Otoy, which is the decentralized company he run over the last years, which has done work with Marvel, etc., with Beeple, etc. So team, yeah, green. Community, well, the Sol conference went really well. They have Apple, etc. in their network. the Discord and the Telegram, that's all very nascent. There is nothing there on the GitHub yet, but and that's why, because they have just 10k users and they're just decentralizing right now. So it's super early, super risky. If you consider this as an investment, know that it's super, super early. We don't have technical analysis on this because there is not enough data yet. But this might be something if you want to go for a very, very long-term play in terms of Omniverse, Metaverse, and GPU shortage. I think this is a very interesting bet. And these are the 10 things that I did. Now, what was my decision? Did I invest? Yes, I did invest. And I'm bullish. The buying process was complicated. So I will make another video about how to buy Render. So after you do your due diligence and you check if it fits your portfolio construction, your asset selection, and your entry system, then check the video on how to buy Render, because that's the next video that I'm going to create. Keep rolling, everybody. Hope you like this. Keep rolling.